Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about constipation on a carnivore diet. This is one of the most common issues raised, usually when they want to try and steer you away from eating a carnivore diet. They're like, but you need the fiber, you're going to get constipated, right? And it's just such an ignorant statement made by so many. First of all, most people won't be constipated on a carnivore diet, despite the commonly repeated myth that you need fiber for elimination. How do I know that? That's because thousands of people have been following carnivore diets for decades almost, and nobody suffers from constipation. The carnivore diet is what we ate for 99.99% of our existence as a species here on Earth, and guess what? We weren't constipated. And so I do have a video actually on this randomized controlled trial, which is a high quality study. It was done, the sample size wasn't as big as we would have liked it to be, but still it's a randomized controlled trial, which is unlike 99.99% of nutritional studies, which are epidemiology, which is like the lowest quality evidence. So this is actually higher quality evidence. So you may want to check out that video that I filmed on that study that showed how putting people on zero fiber diets cured their constipation. Not only that, cured their gas and bloating in all of them, 100% of participants. This should be headline news. And the reason why it seems that fiber actually promotes constipation is because it dehydrates the stools, and it just absorbs way too much water, and then it's like you have like a really hard block that's very difficult to eliminate. Another thing is that fiber cannot be digested by us, right? So we rely on bacteria in our gut to ferment the fiber and break it down for elimination. But the bacteria that break it down produce methane gas as a byproduct. Methane gas has been shown to slow down the motility of your digestive system. It literally slows down your bowel movements. And so you have less frequent bowel movements. Not only that, you get gas and constipation and bloating. And bloating is not normal. I do have a video that I filmed on that topic. You may want to check that out. Unlike what a lot of people would like for you to believe that bloating is normal, it's actually the complete opposite of normal. Yeah. So, are you really constipated? Because a lot of people think that if they're not going 4 or 5 times a day, then they're constipated, or if they're not going every single day to the bathroom, then they're constipated. And that's not necessarily true, because the frequency of using the bathroom is not the sole determinant of whether or not you are constipated. It's actually the least important variable to determine whether or not you are constipated. So going less frequently to the bathroom does not mean that you are constipated, just like going more frequently to the bathroom does not mean that you are not constipated. Constipation is actually when you have gas, bloating, and straining the past stools, more so than it is about how many times you have a bowel movement. And actually, if you check out this Bristol stool chart, sorry if you're eating, it shows you what constipation actually looks like in stools. So look at the consistency of stools type 1 and type 2. That's constipation. So if you're going to the bathroom a lot, but it looks like this, you're constipated. What you want your stools to be is type 3 and type 4. You don't want them to be type 5, 6, or 7, because that means you've got diarrhea. I do have another video on that you may want to check out. So let's say you understand all of the above, but you're still actually constipated. Then what it could be is that you're just not eating enough fat on carnivore. This is very common. People go on a carnivore diet, but they're still afraid of eating the fat because of the decades of brainwashing that fat is bad, right? And so you need to change that and just increase more fat in your diet. Fat actually lubricates your stools and promotes elimination. And as a matter of fact, if you overdo it with the fat, that actually leads to diarrhea. It's just to show you how effective fat is in relieving constipation. And so, as a matter of fact, the consistency of your stools is the best determinant to tell you whether or not you're having adequate amounts of fat. So if you've got diarrhea, you want to pull back on the fat. If you've got constipation, you want to add the fat back in. That's as long as there aren't any other variables affecting this, like coffee, for example. Coffee can lead to diarrhea, or some supplements like vitamin C and vitamin like taking magnesium and vitamin C, those also can lead to diarrhea. So in the absence of these confounding variables, if you still have diarrhea, then that means it's just too much fat that you are consuming. So that's it for this video. Let's connect. This is my Instagram at dr.sarah.zaldivar. And that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next one. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell icon so YouTube alerts you every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.